American hero, veteran of the French and Indian Wars and the Revolutionary War, and the first president of the United States. Washington was born in 1732, and since then, history has turned him into nothing short of an American legend. Okay, so maybe he didn't have a pet eagle. But one legend that may have been true suggests that young Washington chopped down his father's prized cherry tree. He felt so guilty after doing so that he immediately went and told his father of his terrible deed. True or not, we know that Washington grew into a man of discipline, earning a reputation of courage after fighting alongside the British against French and native forces and remaining cool under fire. With only a little experience commanding a force larger than about 1,000 men, in 1775, Washington took over the American Army as they rebelled against Great Britain. By December 1776, the Army was struggling. He needed a way to motivate his troops. Washington crossed the Delaware and launched a surprise attack on the British troops who were hunkering down in Trenton, New Jersey. He surrounded the enemy troops and captured over 1,000 men, and then marched them through the city of Philadelphia. The surprise attack worked, and it was exactly what the American Army needed in order to turn the tide of the war. You may have noticed the odd flag in the battle scene. What many don't know is that these weren't British regulars. They weren't British at all. You see, Britain had hired almost 30,000 to 40,000 of these troops from modern-day Germany, and about 12,000 came from the state of Hesse. The colonists were extremely angry by the fact that the British were bringing in foreigners to fight their war. Washington showed his political and military prowess by capturing these troops and then marching them through the town. By doing so, he riled up the colonists, who were then ready to sign up for the war efforts. These new recruits, Washington's much-needed boost of morale, and the eventual arrival of French reinforcements were all that the Continental Army needed in order to defeat Great Britain. The British surrendered to George Washington in 1783, almost 8 years from the start of the Revolution. After a failed attempt to run the government based on the Articles of Confederation, Washington was elected as president in 1789. Some suggest the presidency was created for George himself, but even George stepped down after 2 terms. He retired to his home in Mount Vernon, and after fighting for America's freedom, he even became an abolitionist, setting his own slaves free after his death.